been saying about certain things, I'd have been at the door long before now. Can I just say that? Do you know what I'm saying? And there's lots of things that's been said. Like, look what she said about you, about little Tilly.
I can't talk on that at the moment, pal.
Oh, well, I've reposted
Pearl, if you ring me after you're live, I'll tell you what's going on.
Well, I have reposted that video because that is absolutely vile and disgusting. And that just shows you, for her to come, roll something out that easy off her tongue, to say that.
Disgusting.
No words. No words.
There he is. The man of the hour, TikTok famous.
Hi.
Hello, dear.
Hello, Corie. What's been going on? What have you been doing?
Oh, I've been having strange men to my house uninvited, Pearl.
No, I'm on about what's been kicking off. I know you always have strange men to your house.
Why? Because I'm gay? Why? Because I'm gay?
Oh, here we go. Oh. Here we go.
Wow.
No, because you're a tatey and you like strange men just rocking up to your door.
Here we go.
Would you like it if you had strange men rocking up to your door, Pearl?
She'd love it.
Right, my point was, yes, my point was on that, right. Firstly, I said I didn't agree with him going to the witch, right? If anybody, it should have been Talia. So I didn't agree with that. But for you and for Levi, you're all men sorted out one-on-one.
But it wasn't one-on-one, it was 1-on-3.
I know, that's what I said. That's where he went wrong. 1-on-1. And that's what our kind of people does. And Rickster, again, is not bothered about anybody. And that's what I couldn't get over him taking anybody, because he doesn't give a flying F for nobody.
I don't want anybody fighting. I want everybody to get on.
What I'm saying is, listen, you can understand them. If what it been getting said about Talia and Rickster, I'll tell the truth. There's not a door in this country to stop me from getting through it. So, but the only thing, it should have been Talia gone there than not Rickster. And I love Rickster and I love Talia. That was my only thing there. And then again, when he's gone to Corie and gone to Levi, so what? But Rickster, it's just Corie and Levi.
I would like to know though, right, and I've said this on my own platform, what he thinks I've done wrong. I was the only one on a live platform not to question that whole miscarriage thing.
Talia's wanting to get in. I'm going to let her in, right, because we're talking about them. Is that okay?
I can't be near Talia. Oh. I'll have to drop down.
Have you say then, and then I'll let Talia in.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You can let Talia in, go on.
And, right, wait a bit. Because I don't want to stop anybody from coming in the box. I'm speaking about them. Hi, Talia.
Can you hear me?
I can.
All right, well, Corie wants to know what he done wrong, and I'll post the video. We can have back and forth tit for tat until the cows come home. Let me know if you can't hear me clearly, because I'm in the car. That's fine, okay? TikTok's TikTok. But he then went on to nearly 5,000 people and told them, word for word, letter by letter, my address, where my children live, and my vulnerable grandmother. Since then, Pearl, I've had the police turn up to my church looking for me to do welfare checks. I've had 2 men turn up on my doorstep. So if he's confused about what he's done...
What I've just said, and if you heard before you come in... Who's talking then?
Talia, come back in.
Yeah, go on, come back in.
Sorry, it's because I'm in the car. Go on.
Yeah, but you're echoing.
Go on, come back in. No, I'll still say the same there. Even still, I don't know where they've all gone. With Corie and with Levi, just a one-on-one. That's how it should have been with them. And listen, it's men. Let them do whatever they're going to do. If they're going to talk, if they're going to have a dance.
Yeah, no, I heard what you said, Pearl. You said Ricky shouldn't be going to EQ's house.
Yeah, I did say that.
Well, firstly, she said if I ever rocked up to her door, she'd stick one in me. And I've got a video of that, so I'll be sending that to you, Pearl. So that's what she said.
That's what he must have sent to us.
Yeah, she's going to stick one in me if I ever rock up to her door. Secondly, I'm not going to a person's house who was born a male. I don't care what you say. She's stronger than me. I'm tiny, Pearl. She's physically bigger than me, and she's clearly said
It shouldn't have come to this. It shouldn't have come to this. She's in the wrong, very, very much in the wrong as well. I ain't sticking up for her. So don't think I am. I can't abide her and she can't abide me. I'm definitely not sticking up for her.
they all deserved it. All of them. And don't
I'm
forget,
still going to
Corie,
stand by. I still don't think Rickster and whoever else should have gone to her door. Do you understand my Talia, where I'm coming? I'm not dissing anybody because I love
no,
Talia.
I respect you for it, but I don't care.
No, well, listen, that's your opinion. That was the same as mine. And Rickster's from the same kind of family that we are, and that's how we deal with things. It shouldn't have been on the app. It should have just been done.
So how would your way inclined deal with a person that was born a male sending a woman to the door?
Saying now, I didn't think about that. I'm
Right.
getting yes, but by yourself then, by yourself, or I don't know, because you know, like us. And I'm not saying this to offend anybody either. We have some women that can actually do serious damage to men. And come on, do not tell me that Ricky doesn't know anybody like that, because I know he does.
Yeah, he knows some nasty women, but he's not going to send them to her door because she's a man. She's born a man.
But what I'm saying is, listen, we've got the Mia. There's some women that cannot.
All right, I'll go to her door tonight then on my own. We'll settle it.
But in my opinion, it's you who was saying that. I never thought about that. That's the way I would have dealt with it.
Would you send your daughter to EQ's house, and she's not a little person, would you send your daughter there?
1,000,000% I would have. 1,000,000% if what had been said about me and my child, my part, 1,000,000% I would have.
Alone?
1,000,000% I would have, because I've got faith in my daughter. 1,000,000%
Yeah, I think
would have.
Ricky's too protective. But with Corie, don't forget, someone's saying, oh, 2 men turning up at Corie's. Corie wasn't alone. He's got his dad there. Corie apparently has really hard mates around the corner. There's no way Ricky's going to Wales on his own. I'm sorry. No one would. I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't have.
Again, Ricky, he doesn't give a flying F for nobody, so he should have phoned Corie up and said, right, Corie, we're meeting here. Don't be underhanded. Don't be dirty tricked about it. But if we want to talk about it, have a dance, have a bite to eat, whichever way it was going to go, just him and Ricky, and the same with Levi. Get it on, man to man, that's it, end of, and it was done, it was finished with.
He invited him.
He
Don't you
did.
remember? He said, come to my house.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he said, come. He said, what are you going to do, Rickstar? You'll do nothing. Next day, Ricky's at his door. So that's why that brought that on.
Well, then, this is what I'm saying, and please, Talia, it sounds like I'm going against Ricky. I'm not, I'm really not.
No,
But
no,
that's
no,
why
you're playing
Corie and Ricky should have had the phone call and said, right, let's get this sorted once and for all, not on the app, for whatever else. Meet up somewhere, no nothing, no squealing. If you're going to make your mouth, whatever, let's get it on, get it sorted. The same with Levi, it was done, it was ended, deaded in the water, finished.
No, I can't knock him. I mean, I think he should have
I'm
gone
not
through the
knocking
front
him.
door. I think he should have gone through the front door, and I was pretty annoyed that he didn't. So I think, well done, Ricky, for going there and keeping your cool.
Yes.
If it had been me and I was a big man, I would have gone through that front door.
Right, but again, by all means, yes, by yourself. Even for
I would never
who was
go
just
by
standing
myself.
there, Talia, somebody who was just standing there would intimidate somebody else at the door. Come on, Talia. You just saying now I'll wake you.
And then-
Intimidate you because... Not just
No, but he never went there to fight him. There was no reason
Exactly, so why couldn't he have had that phone call and sorted out? Now it's
Because-
like Rick's still
because-
the bad one and he's not.
I'll tell you why. Because whenever you ring Corie, he gets lippy and cocky. He says things he shouldn't. And I'll be playing the phone calls where I'm saying, Corie, please don't give the whole world my address. And he says, I don't care. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. Tune in at 6 o'clock, darling. I'll be telling everyone your address. Well, now what?
This was, listen, I don't know if Corie's still in the chat. When Corie said what he said to me, right, I was the one first that said to Corie, I'm coming down to you. I'm that hot-headed, right? But then Corie will tell you out of his own mouth, I put my son on the phone to him. And it was sorted out. That was how it was sorted. And it was no other if, buts and about it. And that was just two men talking to each other. Whatever they said, listen, they said, and it was done, but it was done, sorted, squashed, moved on.
Sorry, pal, but you can't keep doing what you're doing and expecting no one to arrive.
No, of course Ricky's going to rock up at his door, but let Ricky rock up at his door and then him and Corie deal with it. That's what I said.
Well, let's see what happens. Maybe Ricky will go there on his own and maybe it will be a bit more aggressive.
There you go. And nobody...
And Levi, I don't know why you're piping up because you sent your mother to the door, you fucking yellow belly.
Nobody can say anything about him if he rocks up by himself to another man.
Oh, he will. If Corie pipes up one more time, or Levi, on my life, there will be one person at that door. So let's see.
There you go, and I'm not going to fault him for that. I definitely am not going to fault him for that, because that's a man on a man, man on a man.
All three of them.
What?
All three of them. All three. If they want it to end, listen, if they want it to end...
Talia, no, I don't agree with them going to EQs.
No, I'm saying all three of them will get a visit. Fuck it, I'll go to EQs.
But there you go.
She is a man. She was born a man. She's biologically a man. So if I'm going there, because she couldn't compete me in a sport, she couldn't swim against me, let alone box me in a boxing ring. So don't be telling me to go on that door, because she's bigger than me. I'm tiny. And she was born a male. She's physically stronger. The bird does press-ups, sit-ups, and also she takes a lot of drugs. So why would I rock up on her door? My man is never going to allow me to do that. Never. He went there not to do anything bad to her. He would never have his face on a Ring doorbell camera if he went there to box her up, him up, the other one up. He wouldn't be so brave to do that. If he was going to do that, he'd go there in a balaclava. Let's be real. I don't know what you're all thinking.
No, that was my opinion, and I'll be truthful with you. I'm not going to backtrack on what I said. If them was my opinions, if Rickster was going to Corie's one-on-one, well done to both of them. If he was going to Levi's, one-on-one, well done to both of them. But the only thing I don't agree with him for is he shouldn't have went, and especially a couple of them, going to EQ's door. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
You've got to remember, with EQ, it's a new address. Nobody knows she's there. It was all blacked out. And there were no windows, so he's tried the door to think, actually, this is an abandoned house. There's nothing in here. There's no blinds or nothing. This is what I'm thinking. I don't know. But it's a brand new house. We didn't even know if she was 100% there. So he's done that.
Over though, my Talia, when it's being put onto TikTok, come on, be truthful, please, Talia, be truthful.
I'll never lie to you, never.
EQ's house and two men's at her door. Come on. What does it look like?
The two men that one man that she keeps saying, come on, come to my house then, come over, you'll do nothing, you'll say nothing. And then he rocks up on the door and she cries her eyes out.
Here with him though, Talia. Do you know what I mean? I don't agree with that full stop, and we're going to agree to disagree on that. I don't agree. Like I said,
I wouldn't like it.
The same kind of women, what I'm talking about. There's some women, and can make a man piss, end of.
The way he's inclined, he's never going to send a woman to that door. Send it to mine, send it to Miss Red, send it everywhere else. He's never going to send a woman to Chelsea Harwood's door, and we know why.
Yes, I know, but you still can't, as well, you can't send a man there, Talia.
He didn't, he went himself.
It wasn't, it was two of them, it was on screen.
Good. She's lucky that he didn't go through the door after what he said about my baby.
Well, again, I've just said that. If somebody had said that about my child, my partner, whatever, there's not a door on this earth would have stopped me from getting into them. But I would have went. I would have went.
Yeah.
You understand, Talia, what I'm trying? I'm not coming at you. I'm not coming at you. I'm just trying to be fair with you.
No, 100%, and he would never do it to anybody else. But in this instance alone, I understand why he did.
Talia, I don't usually jump up and lie with lots of people, but for someone who you said you've been through DV, why are you
pull the DV card?
Sorry?
Please don't pull the DV card.
Why are you condoning any violence? I've been through DV.
There's no violence. Where's the
sending
violence?
people to people's doors? It's not acceptable. And you're saying you wish he'd put the door through and gone through?
I do. And I would have done it myself.
Well, that's condoning violence then, isn't it?
Talk about my children, your door's coming off the hinges.
I'm sorry, but if you've been through DV, you don't condone violence on someone else.
Corie doxed my
Again,
safe house.
You have
Corie
to think what EQ was done with Talia as well, how she provoked her and provoked her and provoked her.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that. It's all bad. So when you block each other and move on.
Door in England would have kept me away, but it would have been me. I wouldn't have sent a man there, it would have been me. We all know what EQ is.
She's a horrible.
Hey, can I jump in, please?
person.
She was awful to me. She called me a child abuser for staying in my DV
Yeah,
relationship.
that's what she calls everybody. She's
Yes,
vile,
exactly.
talking about children.
One
talking
at a
about
time.
You've lost your argument turning up at people's door and acting intimidating. You've lost your argument.
There's no
You have,
argument.
because people might have believed you on the app, and now you've lost all credibility.
Do you think I honestly care what anyone on this app thinks? Talk about my children, we're coming through your door. Simple.
Nobody should be
But Talia,
speaking
you
about
were
children.
making out that she
Talia.
was a groomer and
I
a paedophile.
don't care. Talk
Talia.
about my children, dox my address when
And
my children
yeah, I'm
live,
so sorry,
I will
Talia.
come
Can you go and
through your
educate
door.
yourself on trans women? Because
No,
trans
you don't
women,
need to educate me. My best
when
mate's
they
trans.
take hormones, they do not have the physique of a man anymore, especially when they've been on hormones for that many years. EQ is a woman. She is tiny. She's probably smaller than you, Talia.
No, she isn't.
So go and educate yourself.
I'm educated. Go and
Talia.
You're
look
obviously
at
not.
the new law that arrived today.
Talia, some of the
something.
sorry. Talia, so
I'm not doing this 3-on-1.
I
You
was just
can
gonna
all
say,
fuck off.
if you're going to speak one at a time, and when she's finished with that one, then the other speak. Don't do this.
We
all
don't
everybody
care.
else.
One bar of it. When I lost my baby, she was happy to sit on that app and sing Bye Bye Baby.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I don't give a shit.
That's why
Sing
I
about
understand
it.
all of this. That's why I'm
That's
saying she's done
absolutely
that to
disgusting.
me. Where's
I think-
Talia gone? Has somebody dropped her from the box?
no, she dropped herself.
But,
I'm not sticking up for EQ, by the way, because I can't stand it, right? I'm not sticking up, but I don't condone violence either. You know, I understand where she's coming from,
I've just said that.
but it's
to
all getting
Talia.
too much. And
I've
some
just said that to
just-
Talia. I don't agree. Full stop with Rickster going to the door.
no,
It's somebody recording or something.
no, I'm not. I don't even like being in boxes with this amount, so I'm going to actually drop.
So,
I was just gonna. The only thing I was going to ask her was how come when he'd gone to the three, because the commenter asking the three people's addresses, why did he try the door handles to see if the doors were open?
you just explained that. On
No,
all three? No, she said it on
No, all three videos. He tries
I
it at
don't know. I
Levi's.
don't know.
Tries at Levi's, tries Corie's, and then done the same to EQ's.
I don't know.
Oh,
I've, like I say, listen, shouldn't have been fetched to the app, but in my opinion, he shouldn't have went to EQ's. Yes, if he was going to Corie's,
Hello.
one-on-one, and if he was going to Levi, and if he was going to Levi's, one-on-one.
I didn't know he was there. Bill, I didn't know he was there. Bill, I didn't know he was there. He went on camera. I didn't know Rix was at my door. It's just a random guy. Rix was hidden on the left. Or the right, sorry, the right. I didn't know Rix was at my door. At all. There was only one guy on camera. The guy in the blue and asset.
Sorry, Levi, what?
But there's only one guy on the camera view. Rixa wasn't in camera. He didn't try my door or nothing. He was hiding on the right. So my mum only.
Yeah,
my mum
that's
only
what I thought. He'd only tried one door, and
Yeah,
I
he didn't
thought
try
it was
mine, so-
EQ's door. Yeah.
Can we also bear in mind as well, right? The storyline went. So it was. They arrived. But when they arrived to ours, Lee, it
What's that, bro?
was a Tuesday. They arrived to ours.
Yeah, like set 5:31 or something.
Yeah, so Monday night they went to EQ's because EQ's was first. So we went to EQ's Monday night, then drove to Wales, came to mine. Can we also bear in mind that guy that Ricky was with, his driver apparently or whatever, that guy came to my door, realised there's a camera, but he went to either kick the door or grab the door. I don't know what he was trying to do, but he was going to try and open the door first, realised there was a camera, pretended to tie his shoelace and walked off.
Right.
then he brought
Wait
Rickster back.
2 seconds, used to, both in the box. This was what, I don't know if you heard what I said or what I didn't. First off, I said, didn't agree with two men going to EQ's, right? As vile and as whatever she is, it should have been sorted a different way. I don't agree with that. But did you both tell him to come to yours?
I never know.
No.
This is what I'm saying. So it should have been a phone call and then man to man, only Rickster, nobody else. Rickster with you, Levi, then Rickster with you. Sort it out. It doesn't have to be anything.
There's nothing to sort out.
I don't know what his issue is.
With me now, what Talia's doing with me now is because he's gone to my home, tried the doors. What she's trying to do now is build up her defence ready for when he gets nicked. Hence the reason why I'm not anywhere near her.
Corie, did you dox her address or something? She's just
No. So there was people commenting in my chat, bro. Again, it's on the FYP.
So is it ended now with you two mentioning Talia and Rickster?
Well, I don't mention them, Phil. And I mentioned it yesterday, obviously.
Ended though, so you're not going to be mentioning them. So you're on here now and you're keeping your end.
There's absolute no relevance to me whatsoever.
Talia said in the comments, no, it's not the end of it.
Talia's in the box.
It's not the end of it.
Before someone gets seriously hurt. Someone's going to get seriously hurt. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Talia's back in the box, Phil.
I know,
I'm jumping down. Thank you for letting me up, Pearl.
Yeah.
Corie, can I ask you something? Who was the other guy then that come with the newspaper and the bag?
Oh, well, that was today, God knows. So the police pulled him and asked him why he knocked the door, and then he said, I just saw his address on TikTok and I wanted to make sure he was all right. So the cop could give me...
That could have been anybody, though. You can't put that down.
Well, I'm sorry, Bill, it's a bit weird. But anyway, they give him a 48-hour curfew thing, so he's not allowed anywhere near the address.
I don't know, I've only heard about, and I didn't know about used to. I heard about the EQ thing, but I've only heard about used to today. And that's why I just said, in my opinion, it's 3 men, and so Levi and Rickster should have met up or had a phone call and sorted it, and you and Rickster had a phone call and sorted it, or met up, whatever.
I don't understand. Sorting what, though, for having an opinion on the app, then actually brought it to the app?
Well, I don't understand what's
If they didn't want anybody talking about anything to do with them, they shouldn't have brought it to the app. Can we also bear in mind...
I can't understand all of this coming to the app.
Exactly. They brought it to the app, number one, right? And now they're crying about it because people have their opinions online.
Yeah, they talk on mic.
Getting her partner to turn up to people's houses and trying to get people, trying to get into people's doors and stuff is not going to stop people from having their opinion. If you do not want people's opinion, then don't bring it to the app. Boom.
They talked on Sophie's children. They called her a murderer. They doxed her address.
Talia was threatening me last night. Oh, Rickster's still there. Well, the police were outside within 3 minutes, Talia. He ran away as soon as he heard the police cars last time, Talia.
It was a bit weird, actually, them all covering their hands.
Levi, have you the little baby's name on this app?
Yeah, because she spoke on my children first, on my child first. So that's what I said it.
Right. Yeah. Come here, because... Top girl, do you want to jump up a minute?
She's already said his name in your box like months ago.
In my box?
Yeah, she has. Yeah, I remember her saying it. She said her name on the internet so many times.
No, the only name she ever mentioned on my box, Levi, was Gavin.
Well, she has mentioned it. Trust me, a lot of people can vouch as well. A lot of people can vouch in the chat.
Not on mine, she hasn't.
Might not be yours, but somewhere she said it.
I was going to say not on mine. Definitely, she hasn't.
The thing though, see, like no one spoke on the kids either. When Sophie heard a kid in the background, she said, "I'm going to turn the clip off."
Right, well, this goes for all parties involved. Let's leave kids out of it. Come on, for fuck's sake, man! It's
look at the comments. Yeah.
Stop bringing
but this is where Talia's short memory comes in. All of her lies, she can't keep up with them. But in terms of this miscarriage storyline, I was the one in the background trying to calm down Delusive so she wouldn't run and go against her. I was the only one out of all of the FYP shows to literally stand by their side. Everybody else just said, look, I'm not talking about it. But I was the only one to stand by their side.
You were all friends. I didn't know what went on.
They need clout and they're not getting any more off me. Fuck no.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Becca.
I was just wondering if Corie would be able to message me a copy of his crime reference number, because obviously I'm 9 months pregnant and now Vicky and Talia are both threatening me as well. And it's just not acceptable at all. Talia's also making videos saying I caused her miscarriage, which I understand she's upset that a phone call got played. But as somebody who's buried a child previously and is now 9 months pregnant, I don't really need them making them sort of accusations or threatening that they've got me address.
Do you know this is all getting out of hand?
I think she's fucking Rocky Balboa, Becca. Just ignore her.
It's just disgusting.
This is what she wants. She wants the whole app talking about her. Rickster wants the whole app talking about him. Just ignore them both.
I know, too much. It's too much. It went way too far now.
Somebody's going to get hurt,
That's it. And I'm not.
Nobody's going to get hurt by fucking Rickster. I wasn't scared of Rickster, but when you got one
It's not
man
the point,
at
is
your
it?
back door and then
Yeah.
two men at the front door, well, what's he want me to do? Open the door? Fuck no.
I didn't know Ricks was there, bro. He was on the side. My camera didn't pick him up.
He said yesterday, I went on my own. Everyone was like, no, we've seen the CCTV. And then he was like, oh, well, I was with my driver. No, you were with three men, bro.
I went upstairs, looked out the window. He looked at me and goes, oh, there he is. And Rickster walked off. I wasn't dressed. I'm going to go to the door with my boxers. The fuck?
Talia, I have never uploaded that full 30-minute phone call. Not one time. I told you I was sending it to Chelsea because you admitted.
Shut up, Irish. Nobody
You
cares.
admitted the relationship between her and
Stop
Vicky.
it, please, against Irish. I understand where the cut after all what's being. Well, please stop it, everybody, for fuck's sake. Rowing and arguing with everybody.
just needs to
This is
stop.
getting out of hand. It's really getting out of hand.
I agree.
There's kids getting doxed left, right, and centre. Addresses getting doxed. Old people getting doxed left, right, and centre. Stop it. For God's sake, it's an app. If the app's getting too much for anybody, go off, leave the app. Go
Thank
find
you, Sophie.
something else to do. Do you know what I'm
Well,
saying?
don't tell them to go off the app, because whenever they go off the app, they turn up to people's houses. Fucking hell.
Thank you, Sophie.
Honestly, like, where's it all going to end? What does everybody want to come out of this? What does everybody want to come out of this?
I want them both in fucking jail. Next.
See,
There's someone who just sent you a heart me docs my address as well to Sussy, who just sent you a heart me. People that keep docs on you.
who, Sussy?
Phil Mitchell, she doxed it to Sussy, which he doxed for weeks on his live.
Do you know something? I don't even know who anybody is.
She got called out for it recently, and she cried when her address got doxed by random people, but she was doxing mine as creators.
I do know. I mean, I don't know what's been going on with everybody because there's that much shit going on. But so she doxed your baby.
Yeah, my address, yeah.
King, can you find what did you say, Phil Mitchell?
Phil Mitchell, yeah.
Can you block her, please?
No worries.
Because I'm not having none of that. And that goes for anybody that's coming in the boxes. Any kids getting doxed, doing whatever. I'm not having it. I'm not having it fetched to my platform. And I don't want to be associated with people like that. Baby,
children are
innocent in all
innocent.
of this. And that works in every way. Babies are innocent. And it was absolutely vile to another level. You're ready to say, my Becky, getting yours. Levi, yours is being doxed. Top Girls' baby's been mentioned. Leave fucking kids out of it. Come on.
Who's Talia saying you are having it? What does she mean by that?
Wow.
What?
Talia says in the comments you're having it.
Yeah, but she wants everybody to do this. This is the way you're not understanding. You're all pandering to their needs.
Right, listen, everybody. Just take a bit of advice. Listen, there's nobody got a mouth more on than what I do on the app when I get in a bad mood. And it's only ever been me and Angie, right? And that's what me and Angie does, right? So get over it, everybody. But as far as carrying it out, at the time you mean it, but go and doing it, no. It's an app. Please stop. Somebody's going to seriously get hurt. Somebody's going to end up in a prison cell over it. And that's their life ruined, the other person's life ruined, and all the family around it. So, listen, barring from that, I'm not going to keep this discussion going. I was having a lovely little live, seeing the people when I've just come back off my holidays. So, listen, everybody, thank you for coming up. But King, we're going to drop everybody out with babbies because I'm not carrying this on here. But my advice is have a little phone call, each of you, sort it out, stop bringing everything to TikTok because the comments, the gossips, everything's going to rile it up even worse. And it's getting spiralled out, and there's only you who's sitting in these boxes who's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
I'm not getting hurt.
No, I'm fine.
You know what I mean, Corie? Stop being on the fucking defence. You know what
I'm not getting hurt, though.
You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm not getting hurt.
Well, I'm going to go. Catch you later, Corie Chunky Bum. See you later. See you later, pal.
That is
Bye.
offensive.
Bye.
Oh,
Right, girl, I'm going to go and do my FYP, love.
right, I'm going to let Talia back up now. Oh, did you want to speak to Becca, Talia?
No, I don't care about Becca. You heard the private phone call that she put on the internet of a man that she thought was abusing me, and she thought the best thing to do was to post it on the internet for everyone to hear me in my worst state. So I've got no time for Rebecca. But I just want to confirm to I just want to check actually, did everybody hear Corie say that he didn't dox my address and he didn't read it out? Because I'm about to send the video to Pearl right now. My child, who's here right now, he'll tell you all about it. A man knocked on the door. My child thought it was me because I was on my way back from church, and it was a strange man saying, "Can I have a photo with your mum?" to my 8-year-old. That's the reason Ricky jumped in his car.
That's not nice. I don't even agree with that either.
But Pearl, you've got You've got two men, these two men, Levi and Corie. I'm a woman. These two have been targeting me, doxing me, saying things about my baby. Two men. I'm a woman.
Like I said, if Rickster's going to turn up and go to Corie, good on them, two men, one-on-one, deal with it. Same with Levi and Rickster.
But what do you think was going to happen? They were going to both jump Corie? I don't think so.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But it is.
Like when you have a fight, pal, loads of people in there. That doesn't mean everyone's jumping in.
No.
It's just as it is. You know, it's a long drive. He ain't going to go on his own, but it was never about that anyway. But don't even bother saying, Corie, that you didn't put my address online for a strange man to turn up to my house on Saturday, for my child to open the door for that person. You are a liar. You're an absolute liar. And everybody heard him dox my address. Do you know what he said, Pearl? He said, oh, if anyone wants to go to Talia's address, she lives at blah, 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 blah. That's what he did. Is anyone going to say that didn't happen?
Come on, there's kids there. Stop. Honestly, whoever's doing this, where there's kids at, think about it. Just think about it. Everybody's got the kids or the grandkids or nieces or nephews or something. If something serious, are you going to live with yourself forever if something ever happened and by a freak accident or something and one of them kids got hurt, are you going to ever live with yourselves? Because, do you know, if my kids were getting threatened like that, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it as it is, the app's not worth it, but my kids are.
Just a quick one, Becca's back in the box. I don't know.
I've never doxed anybody in my life. I would never do it. It's disgusting.
I just want to say,
Who's the DV campaigner?
Talia, can you let me speak? I just want to say that I do not think that anyone's children should be brought into this. Alive, past or unborn. So that includes both your children, Talia, and mine as well. I don't agree with it at all. All I said was that Ricky was out of order for tearing up to Chelsea's house.
You recorded my phone call and posted it on TikTok. Piss off.
Talia, you've got to move on. Like, you're taking it too far.
I will never move on. Do you know why I won't move on? Because you campaign.
Everybody, listen, I'm